Much another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Sunday morning. I hope you're well. Hope you've enjoyed a good weekend, whatever it is that you've been up to. Obviously, weather yesterday was absolutely unreal. The weather today looks like it's going to be pretty decent as well. So make sure you get out there and enjoy some. And if you go into the gym, make sure you're working hard. You know the rules, all right? And so do I. Rick Astley would tell you so. In this video, though, we're going to talk a little bit, just briefly, about the game yesterday. I'm not going to spend very long on it. Obviously, you'd all have watched the game. You've all have digested the game. Just sort of some key things that I sort of took away from the game and give you those, as well as a report on Al Hilal being interested in Richarlison. So we're going to go through that in a bit of an interesting detail. So, plenty to get into, plenty to talk about. Just want to say, though, if you're new, give subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. So, yeah, yesterday's game, really quickly, 2-1 win at home to Burnley. It was a game that I think followed the usual trend, really. You know, Spurs go 1-0 down with sloppy defending. They come back in the second half, all guns blazing and all that stuff. Obviously, I know we were 1-0 at half time, but you get my point. That's usually the trend. You know, we come back and I have to salvage, a mistake. Burnley, for the most part, yes, they probably didn't create tons, but what they did create had a bit of quality, and they could have had us a couple more times, to be honest. I mean, we are playing a centre mid at left back, and he's a right footer as well, so I'm not going to be too angry. I'm not going to take too much away from that. I thought it was the first time we've seen Madders play all right. I don't think it was a great game by Madders, but I think a lot of people overreacting, saying that he was rubbish, X, Y, and Z. That's just more of a weird agenda that you've built up. He was all right. He really wasn't one of the issues. I thought Sonny struggled through the centre at times. Like, he was getting on the ball, but just wasn't finding that space. And then he moved out left because Dane Scarlett came on, which, by the way, lovely to see Dane Scarlett come on. I thought Sonny was decent, actually, out on the left. Obviously, Mickey was fantastic. That finish is unbelievable, by the way. Like, the touch, the composure to then swing his body around to whip it into the bottom corner. It was unbelievable. So yeah, good scenes, obviously, getting that goal. I thought we were wasteful with our deliveries into the box, to be honest, yesterday. I thought we were wasteful. I thought Jono could have had a couple of chances. He struggled. I thought Kulusevski, it was just, probably one of those days at the office that he won't want to look back at that game, I thought Basuma and Sarr were decent, to be fair. Yeah, I thought overall it was an all right performance. To be honest, because obviously losing 4 in a row, it was just getting the win, having that win, then moving on, to looking at what I guess the rest of the season may look at. I mean, if I bring up the Premier League table, obviously winning that game yesterday, obviously Newcastle, I think they drew with Brighton. They're now 6 points behind with 2 games to play. So as long as we get 1 point from Sheffield United, because we're definitely going to win that Man City game. But if we get that point of Sheffield United, we're done for the season. Technically, we still could get 4th, win both our games, as long as Man United won today. Man United win today, I don't really care. But I don't see Man United winning today, to be honest. Although they probably could do with winning today after the fact that Chelsea won. Newcastle still 3 points clear of them. Both have really good goal difference compared to them. So yeah, they're gonna need that. But yeah, overall, good solid performance. Plenty to talk about, plenty to take away, but I'm not going to spend too much longer on it. Let's talk about Richarlison, the man that is injured at the moment, who wasn't injured and then all of a sudden was injured before the game, and no one knew why, other than the Brazil coach. So this came out from the Mail Sport, who said that Al Hilal will move to sign Tottenham forward Richarlison this summer. The Saudi Arabian club already made inquiries to the striker in January and are confident they will sign him in the upcoming window, with Spurs open to offers. So if you don't know who Al Hilal are, they play in the Saudi League. They won the Saudi League, I think, yesterday, actually. Give you an idea of some of their players, because there are a few players that I'm going to say, and you're going to sit there and go, oh, he's there. Oh, no, he's there. So you've got Alexander Mitrovic. You have Yassine Bounou, the keeper that we were actually linked to before he moved there. Malcolm, the Brazilian winger. You have Ruben Neves, the former Wolves midfielder. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, former Lazio midfielder. Renan Lodi, the left back who played at Atletico Madrid and Forest. Kalidou Koulibaly. I always think of that clip with Kalidou Koulibaly. Mark Goldbridge going, Kalidou Koulibaly destroys Aguero and Vardy. Ignore me. And obviously, yeah, big man Neymar. So they won their league yesterday. I mean, they won him. I think Spurs are open to most players being sold, by the way. I don't think there's no like set list of we're going to sell these guys, we're keeping these guys. I think Spurs are kind of going, there's about 3 or 4 that we're not interested in moving on whatsoever. You know, Mickey, Kuti, Vicario probably, Adogi, Son maybe. But I think there are, as I was just in my head, you can see in my head, the wheels are turning, just trying to work out who else, you know, that maybe is invaluable. But I do kind of think Spurs are kind of going, but the rest of them, and maybe Sarr, you might throw Sarr on that list to be fair. But the rest of them, they kind of go, well, they're there. I mean, what would you offer? And some players Spurs are willing to do more deals on, and then some players at Spurs kind of go, you're going to have to pay over the odds for us to sell him because we're not interested in selling him. Yeah, I think Spurs are open to selling Richarlison. I think the issue is if you sell Richarlison, you have to replace him as well as buy another striker. Because it was nice seeing Dane Scarlett yesterday. It'll be nice to see Alejo Veliz when he's right up to speed. It'll be nice to see Will Lancashire and so on and so forth. Are they ready to rock and roll? Are they ready to fire us into that next level? In reality, what we want to do is have 2 guys that can be your strikers. Then that third guy that you can kind of bring on Europa League football, half an hour, 15 minutes here and there. It's the same what I think about like Jamie Donnelly, Lucas Bergvall. It's like, you should have a core senior midfield and then sprinkle them in. That's how Man City did it with Foden. 15, 20 minutes here and there, build up to half an hour, build up to, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, the odd starting game here and there. It's what you see with like Oscar Bob at Manchester City right now, which, by the way, I think he's going to be an absolute stud, Oscar Bob. So, yeah, well, I think we'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, if they sell him, look, I think we're going to be off. We're going to be wanting about 50 plus million. Saudi will do it. Yeah, they would do it. He's marketable. He's Brazil's number 9. Neymar, he absolutely loves Neymar. But we're going to need at least 50 million. And then we're going to have to replace him and bring in another striker. And that's where your issue lies. Will Spurs do that? And I don't think they would. And I think they just kind of want to go, we're going to get our striker. If we get blown away on Richarlison, fine. But if not, we're keeping him. We'll get our striker. Sonny's going to be our left winger next season. Maybe bring in a winger as well there. And kind of go from there. But we shall see. But anyway, guys, the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section your thoughts and feelings about the game yesterday. Richarlison. My thoughts and views about the striker position as a whole. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, the end of the video. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.